And we're rolling.
Okay. Hi, Kosi.
Sure, man.
How you doing?
Good.
I'm chilling. So,
The color's too much.
still looking swaggy though. So I'm just gonna ask you like a few questions that the students wanted to ask you so that you could get some insights onto your med store business. We had a few students actually go and visit the site, and they found that there's quite a number of Sha'p left. Kailage.
No, there's two.
There's two. So how does that work? Is Sha'p left your brand or is the Simpler thing?
It was meant to be a franchise when it started out. So it was so they rolled it out. There were specific individuals that were part of it, like in the idea behind it.
Okay.
So I was lucky to be one of those people, and we talked about it and decided, okay, cool, we'll try it out. The idea itself of putting it in Kailage, it never became a franchise, unfortunately. But that was the whole idea around it. But
so you're still using the Sha'p left name?
It was still being used as a Sha'p left, obviously for purposes of just getting it out there faster.
Okay.
So there was one in Danune, it wasn't Sha'p left.
Okay.
But it was something similar. And then from Danune there was one in Kailage. And then they were like, okay, cool, let's try this. And then they put another one. Then they put another one. Then closed down, then put another one in Cooks. So it was, so they started trialing after and just getting a feel of the actual idea, as Simpler. Yeah.
Okay. So at this point in time, are you exclusively selling Simpler products, and is there an avenue where you could actually get other products from other brands, or you have maybe an agreement with Simpler that ties you down?
There's no exclusive selling.
Okay.
There's no exclusive.
Okay, so you could sell other products.
You could sell aspirin products.
Okay.
Whatever products you want to sell.
Perfect. So, okay, what social media platforms are you using to advertise your company, and what's the sort of interaction?
Yeah, we were using Facebook until last year. Especially last year, we were using Facebook, and obviously the traditional ones, which would be your moving it from hand, like basically pamphlets and so forth. We didn't go the newspaper and radio route per se, because obviously with installing another Simpler med store around Kailage, things were not the same. So you could not be able to say something and then it would affect the other one. So we were cautious. It's something that we had spoken about. Yeah.
With that sort of, it's just a question that's coming to my head now. With that sort of like arrangement, could there be a possibility that you change your name in order to differentiate yourself from the other med stores and then be able to,
definitely
start doing?
Yeah, definitely. The branding can change. Branding is something that can change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you looking into that, or are there reasons why you haven't done it already?
Like I think I talked about it while we looking into other avenues in terms of obviously healthcare itself.
Okay.
And taking it further beyond just Simpler, as you know, there are a lot of regulations working with a bigger brand.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
So it's something that I definitely would not looking to invest in with Simpler.
Okay. I don't know if you're going to answer this. What are the number of employees you employ, and on average, how much do you pay them, and what's the payment sort of structure?
So that would be like what's the minimum money that South Africans earn? I don't know. So it would be around that. So they were not underpaid.
Okay.
We had at one point we had two. Third was me. So So the highest number of employees was 3 people. That included me.
Okay. And average profit margin per month? You don't have to say the numbers, just maybe percentage in terms of costs.
40%
profit.
Yeah, 40% profit.
Okay.
in most products, and certain other products whereby you are not getting it from the supplier, you would look at like margins between obviously like 20 to like 35%. Yeah.
Okay.
Around that margins. I mean, there would be other products whereby you're looking at a much lower profit margin, but like we set it at 40% for every product. But there are obviously products where like you can't put it higher because there are other competing like pharmacies around. But 40% was the mark.
Okay. With regards to your delivery, you spoke of sort of like delivery thing, sort of increasing access. How's that going? How are you? Like, what's your strategy around that, and how is it working so far?
Yeah, I think that we called off last year as well, because it was obviously restraining to not being able to deliver to certain places.
Okay.
You know, like the place that the store situated was it's very near the shacks. Yeah.
Okay.
So if Umdu like wants something, you can't deliver because there's no number. Okay. So it's a straining process. Yeah, it's a straining process itself. So it was definitely a great idea, but it couldn't work holistically for everyone.
Just out of interest in terms of that, couldn't you as a business actually find ways to, because you know your customers, you know who's calling you, so when you go there the first time, maybe you put like a sticker or something, and then you can be able to identify that. If you could come up with a system like that, do you think that would add value, and then
definitely
be able to return to that sort of...
Definitely, it is very much possible. Looking at the model that Sizwe Nzima used of the bicycles. However, it's very straining. Obviously, looking at the history of Sizwe himself, he was also strained from just that as well, hiring people from different places, which is very straining because now you have more people that are working for you, and you have people that you like. It's it's an add-on that is an expense for the business, and it's an expense in terms of like the knowledge that the people have, the training, it's an expense. It's an add-on. It's an expense. It's a good add-on, but it's an expense. Let me just check if this is recording. Cool.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Any plans for new stores?
Like I said, definitely something that I'm looking into is varsity.
Okay.
That's the only thing. I think that's the key, and that's the next level that no one will take it. No one is willing to take it to that level. So it is the next level.
So you're sort of looking into penetrating universities.
Permeated with university, definitely yes.
Okay. Let me try. Because some of these are. Okay. Yes. What's your competitive? Because you clearly have competitors now. What's your competitive advantage? What brings people to your store as opposed to others? If there isn't, sort of why isn't there?
I think it's all about positioning yourself and where you position yourself in the market.
Okay.
The uniqueness will come from even, like, I don't speak about medication, but I speak about healthcare itself. So even like the point of departure of conversations, even with around people, they don't just talk about medication, they talk about health, accessing health care in terms of like, when you come to Hosi Sha'p, it's pharmacy. It's not just about the medication you will get, but it's about obviously the advice you'll get as well. What else is going on, and it's more of it's very touched, and it's just basically how you present yourself in life. So position yourself in a position whereby we don't sell medication, we give healthcare.
Okay.
So other pharmacies sell medication, we give healthcare.
With that in mind, is there a possibility of selling prescription drugs, and what are the barriers to that, and are there potential ways to overcome them?
No potential ways to overcome them without obviously a license,
Okay.
medical license. I mean, the prescriptions are a very difficult thing to have. Besides the fact that you have prescribed medication, but it's the mere fact that you now have to take sort of like ownership of what happens in and around you, because prescribed medication brings a lot of trouble per se, because it can be used for various things. So now you know that around the community there's a lot of things that's going to happen because of you.
Okay.
So it's definitely a route. I mean, it's definitely where the money is in terms of in the healthcare sector, but it's definitely not one that I was looking into, because it's sort of like the risk it comes with. You know, they say take risks. Sometimes you just have to understand about more your people.
Okay. Which illnesses do you think are the most common in the community, and does the medication you offer in that store actually cater to
I think
specific needs?
definitely. I mean, one of the most common things in the township, is okay. Firstly, more than 60% of my customers are actually mothers. So, which means most of the people, even if like you have men come in, most of the people actually buy things for their children. So the most common things would be your flu, you know, teething, you know,
Okay.
because of high poverty. How do I say that? High population. High population means more